Hello YouTube, hello my beautiful friends. I'm so sorry that I did not get the 1 week update uploaded. I didn't even record it. I didn't do anything for it. I'm gonna tell you why through this video. So thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. First thing first, I know this is like a thing that you do on YouTube, so go ahead and do the thing, do the subscribe thing, click subscribe, and thumb up this video if you are excited to hear about the rest of my weight loss journey. So we are 2 weeks post-op. I got the vertical sleeve weight loss surgery. If this is your first video watching, you can hop over and watch my why I got this surgery video. And then this is my first update since surgery. So I'm going to go over surgery day, or the day going up to surgery, surgery day, and then recovery. Recovery. So again, thank you so much for watching, and let's get right into it because I know you guys have been waiting for this video. Okay, so going up to surgery, obviously there is a pre-op diet. I actually did some more research and realized that not everyone has a pre-op diet, which kind of shocked me. I figured everyone had a pre-op diet, but depending on where you go, who your surgeon is, everyone has a different pre-op and post-op following diet. So let me start off by where I went. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. I went to Mexico. Oh my God. Your girl went to Mexico. I went to Tijuana to get my surgery, and I couldn't be any more happy with the reason, or not the reason, but I couldn't be any more happy with my results, with my experience, with the overall everything. It was amazing. So I'm going to kind of talk to you about that. But first, pre-op diet. Pre-op diet, I was on a 2-week pre-op diet. It was lovely. Moment of silence for the pre-op diet. That was the hardest part so far. That was the hardest part. I didn't have a tool to help me. I didn't have, I was going from eating like a crazy person to not eating. It was intense, okay? It was intense. But the pre-op diet, I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks, 20 pounds. So that goes to show how much I was eating to how much I wasn't eating. 20 pounds, my body was in like complete, like, whoa, what's going on? I lost 20 pounds in my 2-week pre-op. So then I started my pre-op diet at 290 pounds. That was my highest recorded weight. I don't know if I got higher than that, but that was the highest I ever seen on a scale. And then after my 2-week pre-op, I was at 270. Surgery day, I was at 270. And 2 days before surgery, I had to do a full clear liquid diet. And that was, of course, what my surgeon recommended. So what I did is I traveled myself, my boyfriend and I, it's been a few years since school. My boyfriend and I traveled to San Diego together. We live in Seattle, so it was a quick flight down to San Diego, and we spent a couple days there during my pre-op, which kind of sucked because I'm used to traveling and like thinking, oh, where are we gonna, like, let's find a cool restaurant to eat at. Let's do this. You know, everything kind of revolves around this cool restaurant, these cool snacks. Like, we went to SeaWorld, and you can't have SeaWorld stuff. And it was eye-opening. It was really eye-opening to me. And I'm really glad I did this stuff right before surgery without being able to eat that stuff, because I was like, yep, doing this lifestyle change. Like, this is it. And without the surgery, it was hard to swallow the fact that I can watch, like, I had to watch my boyfriend eat this food in front of me. And I was okay with it. But it was eye-opening to realize how much time and like energy you spend on food when you go places. Like, we had so much more time to do things when we weren't like, oh, what are we gonna eat for snack? What are we gonna eat for lunch? What are we gonna eat for dinner? We had so much extra time, and I was just like, wow, food really like controlled our days. It was crazy. So anyways, boom, boom, boom. Had fun in San Diego before surgery, and then the day of surgery, This amazing gentleman picked us up in a van from, we rented an Airbnb. Some people fly in the day of surgery and they get picked up from the airport. We stayed at an Airbnb for a few days. So he came to the Airbnb, picked us up, and drove us across the border into Tijuana to my hospital, to my surgery center where I was going. And I had my surgery done through, I should have like wrote down notes, but it was through Beauty and Light Solutions. No, Something in Light Solutions. Something in Light Solutions. I'll inclips it. I will put it right here for you guys. And there's a few reasons I went to Mexico. One of them, I actually know more people that personally went to this surgical center and to Mexico in general to get their surgery than I do that got it here in the USA. I personally know more people, and that was like very assuring for me. Another reason is in the US you go through insurance, and because insurance covers it most of the time when obviously needed, they jack up the prices. Let's be real. So they jack up the prices because they know insurance is going to cover it anyways. So in the US it's like $20,000 if you were to pay cash instead of insurance, because insurance usually covers it. Excuse me. In Mexico, if your insurance doesn't cover it, or like for me, I'm self-employed, my insurance is like not, it's different. So obviously like in the US, if you pay cash, like I said, it's $20,000 around. There's different prices obviously, but it's around $20,000 cash. You can pay care, you can pay monthly, blah, blah, blah. I could have done that way. But like I said, I knew more people that went to Mexico, and this stigma on Mexico really was like, why? Why can't surgeons in Mexico be great surgeons? Why is there this stigma? And I did my research. I really, really did my research. I want you guys to understand that I know my stuff, okay? I wouldn't have went to a place that wasn't replicable. Why is there always one word every video? I wouldn't have went if I didn't believe that it was a great place, if I didn't believe that it was clean, it was going to be a perfect surgery. It wasn't, I wouldn't have went there. And I was very, very assured that it was going to be the perfect place for me. So I went, I got picked up, and they took me to my place, to me and my boyfriend, and we got settled in right away. They put me in, my room. And the way I want to describe the hospital to you guys, it's more of like a surgery center is what it's like. It's not like this huge hospital that you think of when you think of hospitals. It's not like with an OR and an ER it's not like with everything. It's not this huge hospital. It is like a surgery center, and it was really clean. It was really pretty. I really liked it. It was like, it reminded me of an older hospital, like in the olden days, but it was so clean. It was so professional. They spoke really good. Most of them spoke really good English. A lot of like the cleaning ladies and them, they didn't speak as well of English, but my nurse, my surgeon, my person that did all my IVs, everyone that I worked with, my guy that did my x-ray, they spoke really good English. It was a very, very good experience. I can't say it enough. Beauty and Light Solutions is what it's called. Now it's coming to me, and I'm like, yes, that was what is on their nurse outfit. Ignore me. Scrubs. That's what I'm trying to say. So, they told me to get into my scrubs. My scrubs. They told me to get into my gown. Let me let you guys know. This is my first surgery ever. Like, I had my wisdom teeth pulled, but this is my first surgery ever. So I was like, okay, like, I don't know what to do. So they really, really walked me through it. My boyfriend, Kendall, my name's Kendall, his name's Kendall, really cool. But he was very, very supportive. It kind of made me fall in love with him all over again because of how supportive he was and helpful. But anyway, so I put my gown on, and I told that, they had to do all my evaluations, all my blood work. I am terrified of needles. Yes, I have a million gazillion tattoos. That's so different than needles, guys. It is so different. I don't care what anyone says. It is so different. And first they tried, so first he looked at my hands. I have some makeup right here, so it's kind of blurred. But first they looked at my hands and they're like, I can't really see your veins because of your tattoos. I'm like, yeah, sorry. So he tried to do it right here, and oh my God, it hurts so bad. I was like looking away. Kendall was like, my boyfriend. And I was like, like, what are you doing? And it hurt. And I was like, he's like, yeah, you feel kind of dehydrated. Like I don't think I was dehydrated because I drank a lot of water, but right there just was not working. And my grandma had this problem. I think my mom has had this problem too. Like our veins are just not easy to find. And so he's like, your skin's just like really tight and rough right there. We're not gonna be able to do it right there. I'm like, clearly it like, thank you for moving on. So then he did it right here and it went in. It didn't hurt at all. Like it just, I'm like, you couldn't have done that first. It went in perfectly. The blood started coming. It was all good. And he took my blood, did all my blood tests. Then the guy came and did like felt me. He did all the things he needed to do. Asked me a bunch of questions about my history, my family, and blah, blah, blah. And I made sure I told them about blood clots. Blood clots run in my family. So they gave me a good dose of like blood thinning medicine. And then they put, they gave me compression socks to put on. And I wore those for like a week after surgery too. Like they felt good. I don't know. Anyways, so then we were ready for surgery. Like it happened very quickly when we got to the hospital. Everything just kind of started rolling and they came back with all the blood tests. I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story, okay? So don't judge me, but I totally hadn't had my period in like 2.5, almost 3 months. And me and Kendall were like, what's going on? Like, is there a little baby cooking in there? Like, I don't think so. So I had taken like a million gazillion pregnancy tests. I'm totally letting you guys in right now. And they were all negative. So like everyone was like, Kendall, like, what's going on with you? And I didn't go get it tested because I'm weird with doctors. Like I'm just weird. And so then when we get, like, I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. I would get a positive pregnancy test. So look, they take my blood there. And they get all the tests back, all of them, besides the pregnancy test. And they came in and they're like, we're just waiting on the pregnancy test. And he was kind of like iffy about it. Like, he's like, we're just kind of, waiting on the pregnancy test. I'm like, is there something wrong? Like, did you have to do it twice or something? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, it's just taking a little longer. We're just waiting for it to come back. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, he like could tell I was like, oh, maybe, maybe she's pregnant or something. He came in, he said, it's a boy. Like he was totally just joking. It was hilarious. But he's like, just kidding. You're not pregnant. Let's do this surgery. It was like, I was like, oh my God. But so then I was going to say that would have been one expensive way to find out if you're pregnant. But anyways, I'm not. I wasn't. I got my surgery. Everything's good to go. So they take me in. They're like, are you ready? I'm like, yes. I give him a kiss. I say, I love you, because it's my first surgery. Like, all those thoughts go through your head. I don't care what you say. They always go through your head. Okay. So then I go back and it's literally like around the corner, OR room, so clean, so sterile. You could just tell it was very, like, they make sure you feel comfortable, you feel sterile, you feel good. Hey, collarbones. Okay. And so they're like, okay, open your gown in the back and lay down. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, put your arms out. And I put my arms out and they like tie me and they ask me like my name and a couple other questions. And then they say goodnight. I'm like, good night. And I'm out. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up. That was surgery. So this part, obviously I don't remember because I was asleep, but Kendall, my boyfriend, told me that they wheeled me in, or they had him leave the room for just like a minute while they changed beds, so there was room and stuff. They took out the bed that I was originally sitting in and brought the OR bed in, I believe. And, I was hooked up to IVs and everything. And they... I was out. And, because it was my first surgery, I didn't know how I would react. Kendall was prepared for me to either be a crybaby, a mean person, a whiner. He was prepared for the unprepared. And I just slept. Like I just slept. Like so I went into surgery at around 2 o'clock. My surgery was only 40 minutes long. And I think it was so short because I was very strict on my pre-op diet and my liquid diet. So my liver shrunk really well and they were able to perform the surgery really quickly. So I highly suggest stay on your pre-op diet. But so it was really quick, but then, so I was out by like 3 o'clock and I didn't wake up. I don't remember waking up till like 7. Like I just slept. And Kendall went and ate tacos down the street. He went and watched a football game. He loves football. He's German. He loves football. Or soccer. Football. Soccer. He went and watched a soccer game. Like he went and did his thing while I was asleep. He's like, you know, please let me know when you wake up. I like woke up and he told me he was leaving. He didn't leave without telling me because I'm that type of person. Like, don't leave me, okay? Don't leave me. So then I did wake up and he wasn't there. And I was like, where are you? He's like, it's okay, baby. I'm here. I'm coming. And he just came back. And so when I would wake up, I would be up for like 30 minutes, chit chat a little bit. I did get up and walk I woke up at 7, I'd say, and I was up walking by 8:39. I definitely needed to get the gas out. So here's where the pain started happening. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, my surgery hurts so bad. My incisions hurt so bad. Like that part hurts, my insides, nothing like that hurt. It was the gas. And if you've watched any of these videos, if you've done any of your research, you have heard this over and over and over again. The gas pain is so weird. I've never experienced gas pain before, because it was my first surgery, so I had no idea what to expect. And the fact that you hurt up here and back here and like under your boobs, like it's a weird feeling. And it hurts. It's just like tight and you feel like you can't breathe and like it's a weird feeling. So that I had to get used to, definitely. Not used to. I didn't have to get used to it. I had to adjust to it and learn how to get rid of it. I had my Gas X. I did the chewables instead of the strips. I loved it because I was able to chew. My surgeon allowed me to have ice chips as soon as I wanted. Like right when I woke up, I was allowed to have ice chips, and when it melted, the ice water. What's really weird is now I can't have like anything warm. It has to be cold. My stomach just does not like warm stuff, like room temperature. I like ice cold. So yeah, what else? So I'm walking around. I wake up like every couple hours throughout the night, get up, walk around the hospital a little bit, like down the hallway. Just back and forth. Kendall woke up with me, my boyfriend. It's so weird saying his name, but if you guys know, you know. So he got up with me every time I needed to get up. This was one thing. Right after surgery, it was hard to get up. It felt like a really bad ab workout. That's really how it felt. It felt like a really bad ab workout. And I had this like envision of just my incisions exploding when I tried to sit up. Like my fat just pushed the incisions out or something, but it didn't happen. I would hold it and I'd have to like push from the back, and Kendall would like help pull me up. It was just odd. It was odd. And then going to the bathroom, I was able to sit down. The standing up was a little hard, and I couldn't bend over to pull up my pants because I put my shorts on. So Kendall would pull up my shorts for me. That was just for like the first 2 days. So then, you know, you stay in the hospital. This is my experience. You stay in the hospital the night of your surgery. You're there all day after surgery and you stay the night. You're walking the gas out. You know, you're making sure everything feels good. You're all right. You can move, all that good stuff. And then they take you to a really nice hotel a couple blocks away from the hospital. It is a beautiful hotel, 5-star, I believe. Yeah, 5-star. They pay, you know, it's included. Your room is included with your original cost. And they have an amazing restaurant. They know that a lot of, you know, the Americans that come there are bariatric patients. So they have like broth that you can have. They have all these juices that you can have your second day of surgery, your water. They have all that stuff provided for you. And so we were there for another day, for a full day. We had all day and then we slept, and then they picked us up in the morning. So we walked around downtown. I was feeling good enough. I was very exhausted, but I was feeling good enough when we did get up and go down to eat. Like he would eat and I would have like water or something. And we would walk around the town, like around the hotel, the block, to get my gas out and whatnot. I would also walk around the hotel a few times, like in the hallways, just to get the gas out, because that is a saving grace. Let me tell you, that is a saving grace. And then, so, helping get all that gas out was really a big deal. That really, really helped me. It was game changer. I went from very, very uncomfortable to getting up and fight. Like when you're uncomfortable, the last thing you want to do is get up. Like you're trying to lay down, you're trying to get comfortable. The last thing you want to do is get up. But I promise you guys, if you do get this surgery, listen to everyone and walk as much as possible. It will really, really help. And then of course, sleeping was for the first like week. It was like, okay, I'd say the first like 4 or 5 days, it was like it was miserable. I am not a back sleeper. When I do sleep on my back, it's because I want to sleep on my back, not because I have to sleep on my back. And it was hard to sleep on my back. I would try to sleep on my side, but it would feel like all my weight's pushing against an incision, or if I go this way, it was just weird with incisions. I have 5 incisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And so it was just weird having to lay. So I would have like, Kendall would like push 2 pillows behind my back, because if you're laying on your back for so long, your back hurts. This is my first time ever having to be lay on a bed on your back, forced to lay on your back. Like I've never had surgery before, so I didn't expect this. And my back, you guys, was the surgery piece of cake. My back pain, holy macaroni. Some of it was gas, but a lot of it was from laying on your stinking back. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But then sitting up isn't comfortable either. And then it was just uncomfortable, and my back was just killing me. So I'd have to be on my hands and knees, and he'd have to like rub out my back. Like it was just, I hated my back pain. So then when I could finally lay on my side, I think day 5, I was able to sleep on my side or on my stomach. I slowly made my way to my side. You're able to as soon as you feel comfortable and it doesn't physically hurt you. That's what my research online. And so I would like have a pillow, 2 pillows, 3 pillows behind me, 1 in between my legs. Like I was pillowed up. And that was better. But when I could sleep on my stomach, the first night I slept on my stomach, you guys, I was so happy. I slept on my stomach all night. I had like a pillow on my stomach and then was over it, but oh my God, it was game changer. Like once I could sleep on my stomach, it was all fine after that. Like I was not a complainer. I was doing good. So that's that surgery. The day after they take you, so let's speed up a little bit. So after surgery, they take you to the hotel. I explained that, and then you stay the night there, and then in the morning they pick you up from the hotel. So surgery day after, 3rd day. They pick you up in the morning and they take you to this x-ray place. My fingers look skinny. They take you to this x-ray place, and you have to get an x-ray to make sure that your stomach and your esophagus and everything, there's no leakage, there's no blockage, all that good stuff. So you go in, this part, so it makes me gag. So that you go in and you stand on this x-ray thing, and they give you a cup. And we just had surgery. Like our stomach is very small. We have to take very small sips. Like it's hard to even like take sips. Like it's difficult. And they give you a cup, and it's about that full. Okay. That's a lot. It's a cup, and it's like that full, and it's like that thick around. Like it's a lot of liquid after a bariatric surgery. And so they're like, drink half of it now, and then I'll tell you when to drink the other half. I'm like, I have to drink half of this in one drink, like one swallow. And it was painful, and it was disgusting. The flavor, I can't describe it. And I've watched other videos telling you about this part of the surgery, and they're like, you can't explain it. And I'm like, whatever, you can explain every flavor. You can't explain this flavor. It's like, You can't explain it. You can't. And so you do that, and then 30 seconds later, you swallow the other one, or 10, whatever. A couple seconds later, you have to swallow the other one. So it's these two big gulps going down. It doesn't feel good. But they take pictures, you know, the x-rays. I have the x-rays, and it shows my stomach, how small it is. It shows that it lights up, the liquid lights up inside of you, to show like if it came out of your stomach, you would know you have a leakage, or if it like didn't. So they do it in the time, and everything went through within like a 30-second time frame. So they know that there's no blockage, like it's all good to go, right? So they did that. I went to the bathroom immediately and like scrubbed out my tongue. It was so awful. So I scrubbed out my tongue, and then I was done. Then the guy that picked me up also picked me up from the x-ray place and took us back to the airport, and we flew home. That was my trip to Mexico. That was my bariatric surgery in Tijuana, and I couldn't be any more happy with how my journey and my experience went. So let's talk about recovery real quick. I know this video is going to be a little long. I'm sorry. But recovery is no joke. I don't know if it was because it was my first surgery, or it is a major surgery. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. It's a major surgery. I know anesthesia stays in your system for like 2 to 3 weeks. I definitely felt very tired for a good week and a half. I am now 2 weeks. Today is Thursday, and I had my surgery on a Tuesday the 24th. So I'm 2 days and 2 weeks post-op. And I'm feeling really good today. Yesterday I was very productive. I'm feeling good since my 2 week mark. I've like been really good. Before that, I was very fatigued. I was very tired. I think I wasn't getting enough protein in, but now I'm getting my protein in, and I think that's really helping with me feeling more energized and whatnot as well. Sorry, I have like burps a lot, and I'm not used to burps, so it's weird. But so the first couple days, it was really just me laying and Kendall catering to me. Kendall was catering to me. His mother was catering to me. My mom came up last weekend to like cater to me however I needed. I was just very exhausted. I couldn't focus on anything. I got really behind on my business. I am a top leader in a skincare and cosmetic company, if you guys don't know. So I have a lot of responsibilities, and I was just so fatigued and couldn't focus, and I couldn't like look at a screen. Like, it hurt my eyes, it hurt my head. So I got behind, but luckily everything, you know, they held down the ship, okay? And yeah, it was like I was down. I was down for the count. I couldn't do much of anything. And I'm a very independent person, so it's hard for me to ask for help. But I definitely had to ask for help. We have stairs. Our bedroom is upstairs, so I like did not want to go downstairs for anything, but that's where our kitchen is. And so like every time I came up and down the stairs, guys, like if I left and came back home and came upstairs, I was literally completely out of breath walking up the stairs slowly. Like, I was just so like, like it was hard to walk up the stairs. And it wasn't because I'm out of shape. It was because I live here. Like, I can walk up the stairs without being out of breath. But it was like from the surgery and just, I couldn't breathe. It was weird. Getting your protein in. This ish is not easy, okay? Let me tell you, it is not easy to get the amount of protein you need every single day. It's not easy, and I was shocked by that. You're not really supposed to drink out of straws because it can put gas back into your body, but I have to get my liquids down. But so now I'm doing better at getting my protein down. I've been drinking the Premier Protein shakes, and then I have a non-flavored protein. That's actually what this is. And then I mix it with like Crystal Light, like some kind of sugar-free flavoring, or like a juice that you can have. And it just tastes like the juice with protein in it. So I love that. That's a really good tip if you guys are on this journey and struggling with protein as well. Really, I mean, there's nothing else to say about recovery besides let your body rest. You may feel like, man, I I have to get up and do blah, blah, blah today. Let your body rest. I don't regret it at all. I am ready to get in the gym. So I have lost 20 pounds since surgery and then 20 pounds during my 2-week pre-op. So altogether this journey, I've lost 40 pounds and it's definitely showing throughout my whole body. But I don't want to get saggy skin. I want to eliminate as much saggy skin and loose skin as I can. Obviously, I probably will have some, but I'm very proportionate in how I gained my weight. So I think I'll be on the, less saggy skin side, but I need to get lightening right away. So I'm excited to get back in the gym. I think I can do that in another week. Because I did get my surgery in Mexico, I don't have a someone I can go to about my surgery. So I do a lot of my research online, or with my friends and my really close friends that have gotten this surgery as well. I also have, I have a lot of people to reach out to. I have some friends that are actually doctors and nurses and pharmacists, and they know their stuff as well. And then, of course, I can always go to a doctor here if I need to. If I'm concerned or if anything's going on, I can go to a doctor here. So I'd say that's the only downfall about going to get my surgery in Mexico, is not having those follow-up appointments that some people that have here in the US. You have that follow-up and you get that approval and all that stuff. But really just listen to your body, guys. Your body knows what it needs and what it wants. Listen to your body. The thing I've learned is listen to your stomach. I know when I'm at my limit. I luckily have not went past my limit yet. I have heard horror stories from my friends. They're like, have you puked yet? Have you went overboard yet? I'm like, no, I'm terrified to. One, I hate puking. Two, I did this, to change my life, to change my lifestyle. I don't want to go back to overeating or over, whatever. So I'm very okay, I think I'm full, I'm done. I feel a little uncomfortable, I'm done. Some people, I guess the more, if you overeat, you can feel it right here. And I'm not trying to feel that. So I definitely am small portions. But it's working. I mean, I'm 40 pounds down in 1 month, 4 weeks. 4 weeks and I'm 40 pounds down, 20 with surgery, 20 without surgery, and I'm really, really proud of that. I don't know if there's, I don't want to show you. I'll insert some pictures right here of my incisions of when I first got surgery and when I first got surgery and and now, today. They're looking amazing. I only have one that still has a scab on it. So what they did, because you can't go back in and get staples removed or anything. Some people get staples, some people get stitches, some people get glue. It differs by so much with every surgeon. And mine were dissolvable stitches on the inside, and then they use surgical glue on the outside. And so they completely dissolve. 4 of my incisions are completely healed, look almost invisible. And then my 5th one, my biggest one, which is the one they actually pulled the stomach out of, that one still has a scab over it. So that scab will heal and it'll be good to go. So that's super exciting that they're not very visible. I've been using One Drop Wonder, which is a product from my line, and that has been really, really, really helping. I've been using 40 Cure Cream, which is another lotion from my line, on my stretch marks, and that's really I don't have a lot of stretch marks, but I think when you lose weight, the stretch marks show more. So I have a couple on my stomach. They're not bad, but I've been using the 40 Cure Cream on them. I think I might end up getting some on my inner legs. So I've been applying that lotion on them just to prevent it even. So that's really awesome. I think that's all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, I want to do a question and answer video for you guys. You can leave your questions down in the comments in this video. Please leave them for me. I would love to answer anything you guys have. Oh, I didn't talk about the price. let me talk about the price real quick. So with everything included, besides my flight, I had to pay for my flight separately. Obviously mine and my boyfriend's flight was a different fee. So I had to pay, it was $4,350 was my surgery total. And I paid that cash as I arrived. Again, if you got it in the US, it would be about $20,000. The reason why is they hike up the price because insurance usually covers it. So in Mexico, a lot of the surgeons even practice, like they're surgeons in San Diego and in Mexico. So they're surgeons in the US and then they come over to Mexico on the weekends and do surgery then. Like it's just, the stigma on it almost pisses me off. But do your research, make sure you are safe. Make sure you are safe. That is my number one thing. Do not just go to any bariatric surgery center. Do your research. Be very confident and comfortable with your choice and enjoy your journey if that's what you decide. I think that's all I have for you guys right now. I will be doing more updates and more videos and more like things I didn't expect or what you should know and all those cool videos that you guys might want to know about. But again, leave your questions down below. I would love to answer them for you guys. I'm sorry this was such a long video. You're a trooper if you stayed through the whole thing. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for it. Make sure you thumbs up it if you watched the whole thing. I'll love you forever. If you came from Facebook, comment below, Facebook fam. And yay, like let's continue this journey. I'm just excited. I can't even put it into words. I love you guys so much for your support. It's literally like overwhelmingly amazing to know that I have your guys' support, most of your guys' support. And yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. Remember to love yourself, love someone else, spread some positivity in the world because we need way more of it. Be the best you that you can be. # love ever, hurt never. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.